Hello everyone, my name is Rico. Figured I would hop on board and finally do a first review, or any posting actually, of onto YouTube or the internet. Figured since I'm kind of a gadget geek and I'm always reading reviews, that hey, I might give my first shot at doing a review today. So what we're going to be reviewing, for those that have an interest, is activity trackers, the little wristbands or Nike Fuel bands that are most commonly probably known, that people use that are gadget geeks to sort of get an idea of what it is that they are doing on a daily basis in terms of activity, walking, running, stair climbing, whatever it may be. That's what this review is today. So what I'm going to be reviewing is two products that I kind of did about a 10-12 day dual comparison of. So one is going to be the MisFit Shine, this guy here, and then also the Fitbit Force, which is this guy here. I have been wearing both devices over the last 10 to 12 days and have kind of made some comparisons, pros and cons to each, and this will be hopefully less than a 3-minute review of what I found and what my choices are and recommendations from that slash experiment. So we'll start with, let's see, we'll choose this one because it's close to me. We'll take the Shine away and we'll start with the Fitbit Force. The Fitbit Force is, as you see, has this rubberized casing, and on the inside there's the tracker. You'll see that those little prongs are actually where you have to charge the device to, so that it will charge. And once it's charged, it probably lasts for about 7 days. With that charging, you see that it has a nice little display, which once this little side button, once you activate it, as you'll see in most reviews, it allows you to go through the display counters, the steps, the time, the distance traveled, how many calories you've burned, steps, so forth and so forth. If you look at other reviews, it'll show you more detail, but this is basically going to be a quick run of what I found in terms of pros and cons. Pros, obviously, the display is very, very cool. It gives you the ability to, see things with the easy readout as opposed to dots and trying to figure out what you've done. That's a nice little pro of it. The other pro, which I'm trying to figure out, the pro of it, other than its readability, the app itself, because both of these devices come with phone applications, meaning that you're able to check this display here on the device, but you also will be able to look at your phone, like physically, which you'll see here. There's this Fitbit app right here. It kind of logs in. It actually syncs actually simultaneously as you're wearing the device. So I think every 15 minutes or so it'll sync, or unless you actually forcefully connect into the app, it'll sync at that point too. And as you see, the information is about the same from when I was flashing through the screen. It also shows it can change what you want to show, pounds. I'm a kind of a big guy. How much water you intake. The display of the phone is actually pretty nice. It has friends you can challenge and so forth. The display is actually pretty cool. Outside of that, what else would I say that's pretty cool of the device? I'll have to compare. I guess I'll make that comparison once I go through the Shine, which is probably the recommendation which you'll figure out as I go through this review. The Shine, on the other hand, let's make them there. The Shine, in comparison, as you'll see, it looks kind of like a watch, but actually it's just this little device, the little dot. It looks basically like it's precision cut. It has a back. Within this back, that little sliver there, you actually pop that up with the little device they give you. There's a battery that you use. There is no charging. The battery itself powers the device. You can put it into any type of band you want, whether it's a watch-like band, whether it's a necklace, or they give you a little sort of rubberized clip that you can attach to yourself as well. As you see, the device is flashing right now because I tapped it enough times that it's actually syncing. The device itself syncs, and the app looks basically like this. It's syncing now, and as you see, it kind of flashes around as it accrues more information. You have to basically, it's not as pretty as the Force, because obviously you sort of have to, let's see, we'll tap it a couple times. Let's see, so that tells me that I've walked a quarter of my steps, actually 3/4 of the steps, and also it's telling me the time. So I think it's about saying it's almost 12:55. So you sort of have to get more accustomed to reading the clock display, because it does read a clock, not as obvious as the Force Fitbit, but it does give you a clock on this Shine. So it's kind of pros and cons to what you want to do. The pros I found with the Shine is that the Shine is probably not as, it's a little bit more discreet. Obviously, it's a lot sleeker of a device. Even though this is very tiny itself, it is a little bit thicker. So I'm kind of worried about the durability. And I also do some CrossFit on the side, and I probably would not do a CrossFit workout in this. One, I don't think it actually monitors the activity that well. Two, being that it is kind of bulky, I would be afraid to crush it with a kettlebell or something like that, or it would pop off, because the clasp itself, it's this little two-pronged device, and it kind of actually does kind of just come undone with the course of time, or you could bump it to get something and it just pops open. So it's not the most securest of all banding, but hey, what can you do? It is a pretty device, and the application or the app is a pretty beautiful thing. It also allows you to see it on a desktop, laptop, any type of desktop computer, and it gives you some really brilliant graphs in terms of being able to catalog your data, which some of it you have to actually physically input, like how much water you consume, but at least that information is there. So if you want to be that kind of hardcore strict in terms of recording what you do, at least it gives you the options of doing so. In terms of just being able to track data, I kind of found myself going with the Shine. It's a little bit more durable. I actually CrossFit in this workout, and it actually measures some of the, at least gives me points to what I'm doing in terms of active minutes. It may not give me like exact distances, but for that rate, can't say I'm super needing that information, because I don't know what I would do with it. It just means that, hey, I've done 47 minutes of a workout or 50 minutes of a workout, and I get credit for that. That's pretty cool. Like I said, it is pretty durable. I've done exercises or kettlebell swings or cleans and dips, and I haven't been worried about crushing it, or I have slapped a kettlebell against it and it took that blunt force of about 20 kilograms, which is about 44 pounds, and it walked away maybe with a little scratch in the surface. But other than that, let's see if you can see it, maybe that little, you can see maybe little scuffs, but that's about it. Outside of that, the pros of the Shine, it is waterproof, so you can shower with it. You also apparently can go swimming with it. I have yet to swim with this device, but I would be confident that it would withstand the course of time. I'm not sure what the actual distance it measures. I'm sure it would just be active minutes. I don't think it would tell me how many laps I've swam or the distance of those laps, but it may. I'd have to do another review in a couple of weeks once I get actually some pool time, but I'll go from there. The big pros and cons of the two devices after I've worn them both in, over the last couple of days, is that, to be honest, I think the Force Fitbit kind of overestimates distances. The Force Fitbit, apparently has accelerometer, which allows you to measure like going up and down up two stairs. There's been times where I've been in my car driving on a big hill, and it measures that distance in times of steps, where I know I've not taken steps during the entire morning. Which obviously, if it cannot distinguish my car activity from me, it makes me kind of concerned about what it's actually measuring. There's also been times where I've noticed about a half a mile to a mile difference in the apps, where I've ran the same distance over the course of the day, wearing both devices simultaneously. That is obviously a con which I would find with the Fitbit Force. For example, here's what I did yesterday. I ran about 5 miles 5 miles yesterday. If you see closely, it says 7.7 miles on the day. That's apparently how many calories it calced out, and obviously that's an approximation from graphs and algorithms that they put into the phone, but that's perfectly fine. At least it gives me an approximation. And there's my steps from yesterday, and that's granted me running 5 miles in addition to whatever activity I've done. Now, using the Force, we'll go back to, let's see if I can go back to my account. Go back to my dashboard, and we'll go to yesterday. Yesterday is there. This is what I did yesterday. The same distance when it calculated floors, which I was kind of questioning. 49 active minutes, which is fair, but as you see, 16,243 steps, 8.33 miles. Calories are about the same. Hours slept. Cool. The hours slept was from the night before. But more or less the distance. I'll show you the difference again. Steps 13.74, 7.7, and let's see if we can actually show them 16. Let's see if that shows up. 13.27 or 13.72.4 and 16,243. You can see the difference in comparison. So, I mean, yeah, if I were to choose a device, I would probably want the one that underestimates what I've done, just so that I know. And then, like I said, this whole floors question, it makes me kind of concerned about the function and accuracy of the Fitbit. So, saying all that, my choice of the two devices, I would have to say, take this one away, I would take the Shine. The Shine, it's sleeker. I believe it's a little bit more accurate. The application may not be as pretty as the other devices out there, but for bare bones, it does what it's supposed to. You barely know that you're wearing it, and it also comes with other things like other watches, necklaces, belt clips, whatever you choose. It actually has other accessories, so that if you don't really feel like wearing a bracelet, you can wear other things, and it will track your activity pretty accurate. You can even clip it to your shoe. So that is my review for right now. I hope I didn't waste 13 minutes of your life. And if you're going to go out and buy a device, I mean, granted, do your research, and also try them out. See what if you have the ability to buy both devices, whichever one it may be, Fitbit, Shine, Nike Running, whatever you choose them, and then make selections according to what is most helpful to your lifestyle. Hope this helps out, and hopefully maybe we'll try this again if this video isn't so bad. Apparently you're supposed to say send me critiques, boos, comments, criticisms, thanks, whatever you want to do. Once I get this uploaded, we'll try from there. Alright, have a good day. Actually, hope I didn't waste 14 minutes of your life. Alright, later.